To you, Taurus out here, you have the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, then you, Taurus, also have the Nine of Cups. So these three cards right here for you, Taurus, represent how a lot of you, very much so, are. Let's see. So again, a lot of you, Taurus, may feel like you are a little bit. Um, Split between how it is that you, Taurus, perceive this person. This Nine of Wands represents this person, and it represents how this person is not the best person in the world in the first place, right? You may like this person, but you, Taurus, may know that you shouldn't like this person. The King of Cups and the Nine of Cups, however, represents it will take you a minute for you to actually regain your own mind, right? It will take you a minute for you to regain your own mind, okay? But eventually, if you continue to move on this path, you will break that just like anything else, right? You will break that pattern. See, the problem that you Taurus are having is that you're so accustomed to having this person in your life. See, this is what it is that I mean when I say that a lot of times we really don't know what attraction is. We think that attraction is being attracted to a person because they do things that we consider, is unbelievable. But we are accustomed to the repetition of these people. And it's the repetition that it is that we are attracted to, right? Because as it is that I've talked about plenty of times, or a few times up until this point, right? That there are two main forms of attraction, short-term and long-term. What most people are getting caught up on is short-term attraction, which is as soon as I see you, I need to have butterflies. People getting caught up with that. This is what the dating coaches are about, trying to create that level of like that immediate attraction and stuff like this. And long-term attraction. And long-term attraction is about how when you actually get to know the person, you find out a little bit more about them, specific details, right? Who they are, what's their name, what's their first name, last name, date of birth, what they like to do, where do they usually hang out. You get to know their family members. You get to know their family a little bit. You start spending time around them. That's long-term attraction because you're actually taking the time to not only ask them questions, but to actually dive into who they actually are, to find out who they actually are. You are investing yourself into these people, just like they are investing themselves into you. And see, this is the reason why it is, my dear Taurus, that I do not rock with the nonsense that's going on today. This ideology of like, uh, like the ideology of like having romantic fun with a person for a long period of time. That's a no-no because the game of it is this. You're going to gain some form of attraction to a person if you keep having romantic fun with them, because it's a huge jump between talking to them and then talking to them, getting to know them, and then, well, I should say talking to them, getting to know them, and then you actually having romantic fun. Now you start implementing romantic fun into the equation. You're connected to this person in such a way now, where the two of you are connected in a particular kind of almost, I gotta say it, supernatural way. The two of you are connected. Like for instance, right, to prove my point, for instance, you ever notice that when after you end up kicking it with the person, you notice how it is that even you may not even be compatible with the person on a long-term level, right? But let's just say it's a short-term one. You notice how it is that even if you don't like the person on a long-term level, you notice how it is that, like, even when they leave you alone, you would still want them to come back even though you can't stand them long term. It's because now the two of you, when the two of you introduce that romantic fun into the equation, the two of you are now connected in such a way now where it's different now, it's stronger now. And this is what it is that I mean when I say that ultimately, right? Ultimately, you have to pay attention to how this is, like I said, this is why it is that I do not condone or I do not suggest that you, Taurus, spend or should spend a long time kicking it with somebody whom you don't like the character of. Because once you start implementing romantic fun into the equation, right? Instant fun. See, long-term attraction doesn't mean romantic fun. Instant fun or instant attraction is instant fun, is romantic fun. This is why people who have instantaneous attraction, if they don't ever get to know the person, there's only romantic fun, and the two people are not compatible, because this is one of the things that you're marrying together. You're marrying short-term attraction and long-term attraction. When you see the person and you go, oh, this person touches on a lot of different things for me that I like. Okay. Short-term attraction, right? That wanting to have romantic fun with them. Then after that, you figure it out. Okay, who is this person behind the romantic fun? I've already established that I would like to have romantic fun with this person. Now it's time for me to actually get to know who the person is. This is what a lot of people end up getting caught up on. This is what the vast majority of people are caught up on. This Scorpion energy, which is ironic because I'm talking about it to you Scorpios, right? Excuse me, to you Taurus, which is the other axis of Scorpio, right? This is what a lot of people are getting caught up on. The Scorpio energy. People are trapped in the world. People are trapped by scorpionic energy. The energy of, yeah, you find this person very romantically attractive, but you got to be able to get over that, though. And what I mean when I say over that, I don't mean you throw it away. Keep it if you are attracted like that to the person. But find out something about them. And if you don't like their character, then do not have romantic fun. That will keep you safe. So you can't be caught up with the wanting romantic fun with them immediately. This is where a lot of people end up getting caught up. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the same situation that was happening with you, Taurus. You liked this person that represented this Nine of Wands. And maybe you may have had some sort of bond with this person, but you got to be able to get over that now. Regardless of whether you had romantic fun with them or you didn't is irrelevant. And you may have, I don't know, whatever. But the point is, regardless of whether you did or you didn't, you have to get over it, because this person, who they are, they're going to ruin your life if you keep them around you, is the point that I'm making. The instantaneous attraction is there, but the long-term attraction is not. And this is where a lot of the times people get caught up with the ideology of, oh, they don't like you. Stop saying that. The people who say stuff like that, no disrespect, but they just sound inexperienced. They sound like, I'm sorry, they sound inexperienced. Because the person is still attracted to you. But if you allow these people to be in your life, your value system and their value system are two different value systems. So the two of you are not going to attract each other long term, because They're on a different direction. You're on a different direction. You can't be in a relationship with a person where they're in a different direction. And why that's so important is because I took the time to talk about it because I was piggybacking off of the last Taurus reading that I made yesterday about how it is that, the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups, right? You be saving people's lives. That the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups represents they want you to come back. The only situation is, and they may even have contacted you. You may still be in contact with this person, right? That they're telling you to come back. And you, Taurus, are tempted to come back. But you, Taurus, have to understand to not go back, because the longer the two of you have this connection is the more powerful it becomes. This is the reason why it is that, like, people will be in dysfunctional relationships and they complain about these relationships, and it's this karmic cycle of going over for years on end. And then people keep telling them, listen, if you don't leave, I'm going to leave your stupid behind to deal with them, leave. And then I can't leave. Because I'm explaining to you what's going on a spiritual and scientific level. What's happening is the more they have romantic fun is the more difficult it is to leave. This is why it is that I keep saying people don't understand. They think that what I'm saying to them is something that, like, oh, we can dive into. You can dive into whatever it is that you want to dive into. You are adults at the end of the day. But I'm telling you what it is that I know to be true. If you engage with somebody and you do not plan, and you do not like this person long term, you like them, but you only like them short term, meaning that their value system and your value systems are not the same. You only are, and if you want to dive into them deep waters, only hang out with them on that level short term. You're not supposed to be even having romantic fun even longer than 2 months. Even 2 months is too much time, if you ask me, because that's exactly what it's supposed to be, short term. Why? Because the Six of Pentacles, this person is tempting you back. They still have access to you. They still have access to some of you, Taurus. And you, Taurus, are like, you tempted to go back because of this profound connection that you had with them. And then the Hermit and the Hanged Man now represents how. So now what do you got to do? For you, Taurus, who haven't done this yet, you, Taurus, have to essentially stay away from them and break the pattern of you having them in your life completely, right? Delete their number out of your phone, right? Block them, delete their number out of your phone so that they can't call you. Completely move on. And I mean really move on, because if you don't, you're going to be trapped like this for how many umpteenth years. This is the reason why, especially when it comes to people who do not have my equipment, who was not born a man, if you know what I mean, they get caught up with this. The part of the reason why you're getting caught up with this is because of the dysfunction that the person was using. What did I say that reshapes the subconscious mind? Trauma, repetition, and symbols. They repeatedly put you through trauma, and what do? They show you little symbols that they'll change. They'll do better. Boga, 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 boga. Maybe they'll change. Maybe they won't. Hogwash. 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 And so what happens is the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords, which is what? This means how it is that you basically are in a position now where when you break away, if you, Taurus, break away, this person is going to be trying to figure out, where did you go? Because you know what happened? You broke free from this person. They're upset that some of you, Taurus, will break free. You have broken free. This is where the magnetism comes in. This is that. See, what I'm telling y'all what it is. This is where the magnetism comes into play. This is when like you'll have like dysfunctional couples that will not let go. They will not come up for air. They went deep sea diving. They will not come up for air, and they need to. The reason why is because too much romantic fun. Too much romantic fun, too much time being spent with somebody. You spending all this amount of time with somebody whom is hard on you. Your value system is different than their value system. Why are you spending all this time with this person? Why are you spending all this time with this person? And then you'll have people talk about it's love. Okay, but so y'all got yourselves caught up in that messed up situation, that dysfunctional situation. Why? It's dysfunctional due to the fact that you should have been more discerning, right? They should have been more discerning. You, Taurus, should have been more discerning. But now you're learning it. You need to learn to be more discerning. Look at it. If the two of you, right, if you're going to be in a relationship, if the two of you do not have short-term attraction and long-term attraction, and short-term attraction, truth be told, can be built, so can long-term attraction. However, short-term attraction is the lesser of the two. Short-term attraction, you disqualifying me because I don't have the right pair of pants on, so I'll put on another pair of pants. Are you attracted to me? Are you attracted to me in gym pants? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you? So let's clarify some of these cards, right? But long-term attraction, that's a person's character, who they spent time building, becoming, right? And let's just say they want to change their character, change who they are. That takes a certain amount of time and effort and challenges, because they will be challenged to go back to being who they were. That takes time and dedication for them to actually change that as well. That takes time. It can change, but that takes time. The short-term attraction stuff, the stuff that most people get caught up on, the scorpionic stuff, oh man, that's downstairs. That's less magic. That's lower magic. That's downstairs, man. That stuff is hogwash. That stuff is downstairs, man. Because that's why it's so fickle. It's fickle because it's downstairs. It's easily changeable and fixed, and this is and what's so messed up. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. What's so messed up about it, my dear Taurus, is this is the vast majority of what people, when they talk about dating and mating and relationships, the short-term attraction is what most people getting jammed up with. That's the cold part about it. They getting jammed up with the stuff that's easily fixable. You know? So let's clarify. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Ten of Cups, Seven of Cups, and then you have the Four of Cups to clarify the Three of Swords. So these three cards right here for you represents how you, Taurus, right? So you've made the decision to walk away, and they're heartbroken about it, right? But they can't imagine their lives. They're not only are they upset because you move forward, but they're upset that you move forward without them. So it's like they are imagining you hanging out with someone else, and they don't like it. Oh, you're mine, and all this other stuff, almost like a possession, right? And then see, the thing is that the Seven of Cups now and the Four of Cups speaks to how a lot of you, Taurus, right? But the thing is, you're exploring your options. Who would be a better suited person for you, instead of just accepting what's happening? Because if you accept whoever's given to you, you're not even going to like who they are. there's been times where you know, you know, some, back in the day or whatever, this is before YouTube, especially meaning me getting on YouTube is what I'm referring to. There's times where some individuals that may have liked me, I didn't even like them. I didn't like them short term or long term because they weren't the most physically attractive person. Okay, let's not be so shallow. Okay, get to know them. But then the problem with that is they were entitled. That's the problem. Now it's okay. So you have this ideology that, so because you are attracted to me and I may, you know, touch on some immediate attraction triggers, even though you don't even really know me like that. We've never hung out a day in you know what I'm saying, in our lives together, say we are actually hanging out. You have this sense of entitlement. Now, hey, I done been through all of that. I done been through all that. I done been through the game, the not the games, the guilt, shame. You know, what did Kevin Samuel say? But it was the truth. The shame, insult, guilt, the need to be right. People, the same individual calling me, you know what I'm saying, calling me, oh, I'm like, I live an alternative lifestyle. And I'm like, this is completely incorrect. I'm like, that is completely incorrect. I'm not like, I'm not attracted to you. I done been through all of that already. So to recap it, on top of the person not necessarily being the most attractive person in the world, right? Immediate attraction triggers. They were all their character was messed up on top of it. So now I'm like, so I just and they would eventually get more attractive, but their character still sucks. So it's like like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still not attracted to you. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.